You're right, guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be having another look at Lee from Really Haunted. Now, I know most of us by now realise that he's fake, so I'm sorry to those of you out there that know, but I still get a lot of people in my comment section from previous debunks on him saying, you don't know what you're on about, it's real, it's real. So we're going to have a look at one of his recent videos titled Absolute Horror, Poltergeist Out of Control, which was about 10 days ago. So I've screen recorded the whole episode so I can put it into my editing software. We can slow it all down and get a good look at what's going on. So as always, let's grab the old phones and let's take a look at Absolute Horror, Poltergeist Out of Control. Okay, so let's go back here. I've just seen something which looks very fishy to me. I've actually recorded this in 60 frames per second, 4K. So we've got the best. We've got the best FPS and the best resolution possible. Now, one thing I see is a little flash here. Which is very strange. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so we've got the box on the kitchen side here. Now, looking at this before, I think it's just him sat behind the counter, just pulling it with string. But then if we go a few frames here, what is this long black line here sticking out? And then it disappears. And also along the top of the cabinet here. Again, I think this is a mask. I did at first think it could be string pulling it, but then you've got a weird something happening there. And then you've got that weird artifacting on the cabinet as well. So it says to me that this is a mask. So we've got the cupboard door closing now. And not only that, you get to certain frames and see we've got some kind of light shining off the cupboard door onto the wall here. But then in the next frame, it's disappeared. So it tells you these shots are not being taken at the same time. Let's have a look at it closing. And you can see here, as the cupboard door actually closes, you can see some shadows being cast. There. If you look carefully. Shadow here, shadow there, shadow there, shadow there. So he's masking something here to hide the fact that he is here in the shot, and he's pushed that door closed. And then that's where the picture changes, because you've got the light shining off the cupboard door onto the wall, and then all of a sudden it's gone. So he keeps changing from shot to shot. And what's that there? If we zoom right in there. So I think he is stood up against this wall here. And he's masked himself out, and he's just pushed the door shut. That's why we can see a lot of weird artifacting going on this wall here. And there's a bit in the crack there, which is very sus. Let's carry on. Oh look, where's Stacy? It's funny, she's always in bed, but yeah, when stuff starts kicking off, he's there alone. So Stacy is just outside the bedroom door here, making this noise. Now she's banging on the door.
Can hear water.
And you can tell it's actually, someone is actually banging on the door, because you can see with the bangs, this door here is shuddering. So there's definitely somebody there banging on the door. He hasn't overlaid these sounds.
I don't know if it's sink or bath, right? So from
And again, he's in bed, and he's just got his microphone already turned on. Why would he just have it turned on? Because he knows something's about to happen, because they've set it up.
front of me, all the wardrobes are open, and there's some stuff down here. What's on the floor? So,
Okay. Well, straight away, I can see a wire glint here. And look at this here. Wires. So Stacy's... You can see it there as well. Look at it moving, look. That's wire glint all day long. So Stacy stood outside the bedroom door, pulling stuff off the shelves.
it's gone super blurry. That's, you know, that thing what spun round in a video or two ago, that's that. That's come out of the... And there's some... I don't know where they've come from. These are open. I absolutely hate that banging. It always does this when I'm on my own.
You notice he never just opens the door straight away, because he's got to give Stacey time to move into another room.
Ladders are over in there.
And this door, he never goes in here, does he? So I'm guessing she's gone into that room. Or actually, quite possibly, she went into this room here, because that door is opened. But there's a weird cut. Let's go back a little bit. So the door shuts and the camera was actually wobbling there before the door shut. So that's probably Stacey's weight on the carpet making the camera wobble. See it wobbling there? And then it cuts to his camera, which is it's not a smooth cut at all. So that cut would have allowed Stacey to move that door out of the way, come out of the door, go into another room, get Lee to push that door back to where it was, and then carry on with the shot.
That just scared the crap out of me.
So he'll go in that room now to just see that Stacey's not there, but he could have filmed that part on a completely different day to what this is. And the way he's cut it, you would never realise.
Just like boilers in there. That's for the tapo camera, or them gorilla things. This camera's on. Oh shit. Right.
Yeah, there won't be anyone in there because when it cut back to you, it gave her time to go into a different room.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to move it out of here because that, oh shit, that was actually too close, that door. Yeah, just got to leave that there for the time being. Check bathroom.
Bit weird that he's now moved the camera out of there into a different room. So why, when that door closed earlier, why didn't you stay stuck on that camera and then come and close it yourself and then look in the room? Because then you wouldn't have been able to hide the fact that Stacey was in that room opening it.
Right, so both taps are on, and there's stuff in bath. There's clearly something been going on out here. Shut this door. I'm going to sit against it. And I'll ask a few questions. Like some of the EVPs we get. Like I've literally never heard anything like scary in my life. That's one of reasons that I don't do it too often. Right, make sure that's shut.
So he's okay with things flying around the house and being punched in the face by a spirit up in his attic a few weeks back. But yeah, an EVP scares him. Oh, God. You can't even keep up with your own lie, Lee.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it too often. Simply because it just scares the absolute shit out of me. Right, it's on. Recording. I'm going to put it, I'll leave it inside there. I'm going to try to stay as still as possible.
In bedroom. It's like nothing loud. Is that you in the bedroom? Like why I'm sat here on the landing and you're in the bedroom?
Holy shit.
Now, I don't think the banging was coming from that door. As you can see, his microphone is right next to that door. And it sounded more in the background. So I don't think the banging was actually on this door whatsoever. But let's see what happens next.
Like you can probably see clearly in there now with night vision camera. That is just like a pitch black room to me. I'm using the light on my little microphone thing. Oh shit, that scared me. It's a mess in here, all junks in it at the minute. I'm just going back to bed, I'm absolutely freaked out. It always tends to ask about way more like this when Stacey is aware. She's at her cousin's, you know, she always goes, they always have like get-togethers. My son is still here, he's in bed, he's actually sick with flu or something.
So if your son is still there, why has he not come out going, what's all that banging? What's all that stuff flying off the sides? Why is the taps on? It's just too weird.
I think half of the school's off. Oh shit, I'm scared now.
It's the worst acting ever, isn't it? How scared does he look? That's not scared, is it? Oh.
I'm hearing whispering. I've just got to put camera back and get in bed. Shit, it's all messed up now, innit?
Now, it's quite possible Stacey is actually underneath this camera here.
Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to kind of get back into it. I'm going to, you know, start doing more. I've just been doing nothing recently.
Well, that sounded like one of the boards kind of popping on his bed then when he dived on it.
I always think but that's like a bird or something. Nothing there. Got a bit of a ledge below the window, but you know, when the birds have hit it past, we have. They were just there. You know.
So there we go, guys. So we've got blatant masking. We've got blatant 100% fishing wire glinting. We've got people moving around the house making noise. It's obvious, guys. Absolutely obvious. So before you come into my comments and say he's real, okay, well, prove to me that he isn't real. Give me an explanation to the masking and the fishing wire glinting. My bet is that you can't, because it's obvious that's what's happening. So that is my reaction to Really Haunted. I'll be interested to see whether there are any of his fans come in and say I'm wrong. But that's just obvious flat out fakery. So leave your thoughts and your comments in the comment section, and I will see you again on the next one. Take care.